Right, so this is a video about everything which is wrong with secondary school, and it's mainly just going to be the stereotypes which I've witnessed in being in secondary school. I'm using Spider-Man because it's an appropriate game to play on whilst talking about this. So the begin is like how most people always say that teachers are the main thing to making school absolutely like shite. Even though, to be honest, sometimes you get those proper dickhead teachers who are like just have a gun at you for every little thing. Like, oh, you lost a highlight, or I accidentally, sorry. But hey, bloody hell. But sometimes school's absolutely utter wank because of the people in the school, like the students. Because you get the people who are like cocky, but because it's like a fine line between confident and being proper, and being cocky and ego, having a big ego. And obviously you get the bullies who try just to get a reaction out of you, which is absolute bullshit. And you get the people who laugh at you and stuff just to make you feel bad because they've got their own insecurities. I can think of quite a few people who do it at our school. So then you get the people who just want to try and act hard to impress other people, literally. And you get the people who also like judge and everything, but you should be able to be the person who the fuck you want to be. Nobody should give a crap about what you want, like who you want to be and what you want to do. Like I get criticism for doing stuff like this, like making YouTube videos. So like you should be able to do whatever you want and not get criticism. And like, yeah, sometimes you can get constructive criticism, which is a very good thing, but like everyone judges everyone on social media. Like, oh, you put something on, then and the people who like, and it's normally like the people who are like extroverts who are loud and everything are trying to hide their own insecurities, and by just trying to make other people feel bad because they want to make them feel like they're better than everyone else, even though they're not. Which is absolute bullshit. Like being a proper teenager, like it's actually pretty bullshit. Like, cause everything you do gets criticised, judged. Even the way you bloody dress and stuff, it's like, oh, you're not wearing bloody designer clothes. It's like, you should literally you should just be the person you want to be and just didn't give a fuck. And it's like how, and it's just proper, I don't know, it's like, and the people who are like really canny normally tend to be like the introverts who don't speak, and it's people should actually, and the people who think are like, oh, less popular and blah blah blah, you should actually speak to them because they're normally the better people, in my opinion. Like, I am not the most popular person, but I wouldn't say I get bullied. But there's like, going back to the confidence things, yeah, it's good being confident, but there's a fine line between confident and being a really cocky cunt. Then you get the people who are basically attention seekers who just want to make people to feel bad, make people feel bad for, and actually just, I don't know, it's bad because people try to use each other. Well, people try to use each other, use other people just to give them some false sense of security, even though it's just a lot of bullcrap. But like, and also what else is really like bullcrap about bullshit and stuff about schools, like how much stress you get about bloody GCSEs. Oh, GCSEs, you didn't have a life after you finished it. Oh, fuck off. You can redo them at bloody college, man. Have you not realised, daft guns? It's like people just have a lack of care of what people say and do, and it's like, yeah, I know, I'll let my mouth go when I'm pissed off, and I should learn and work on that. but it's normally the quieter people who are actually really good people to talk to. Like, I can give you names of people who are like that, but I'm not gonna say in a video because what's the point? Then you get people who just, I don't know, just do writing knobheads, and it's just, and people like who suck off each other to their friends just make them bloody, just make them feel superior. You're like, yeah, it's good for people to like finding friends who actually give you confidence, but just don't make you turn you into an egotistical freak. Like, no, I don't like school, but yeah, the teachers can help, but it's just, I wear Martin Lee, let's go on sunshine. But sliding to those DMs. But when you get the if you just start talking to someone new, you just get judged for every single thing you do. It's like, mate, I can talk to who I want when I want, and it's just it's just really stupid. And like, yeah, I'm quite chubby lad, and so like, but people who body shame are just people who, I don't know, it just seems like they're trying to hide their own insecurities. Like people who's like, oh yeah, you got tits. I know, I make joke about my weight because it's basically the only sense of humour I got. Like, but you know, should have ducked that. What am I doing? Then you get the people who are like, oh, look at what I've just got for Christmas. Oh, or look what I got. They spent £9 million on some bloody trainers. Oh, it's woo. It's just like, it doesn't matter what you wear, just be the person who actually makes, and just, it's like, be the person who makes you happy, not what other happy. Don't, when people go left, you go right. Like, it's not wrong. Don't be a herd of sheep. Be what makes you actually happy. Like, there's no point making yourself unhappy because of the people who you hang out with and who don't pay attention to you. That's why some people, it's like people who, I want to stay on the wall, man, you daft cunt. It's like people who just think that they have to hang out with popular people just to get some attention. No, just, you literally can talk to whoever you want, when you want, and if people judge you, sod them, like, just tell them to fuck right off. It's like, people who judge for what you wear, what you do, and blah blah blah, just shallow-minded people who don't look at the best of people. But yeah, there's some people who you genuinely should just avoid because they do the wrong things, and and that's why people have such bad mental health in our school, well, in secondary schools, to be fair, because it's just everyone gets bloody criticised, and it's just a load of wank if you'd ask me, because there's reasons why. There's been quite a few reasons in my life which is making me make this video, because people shouldn't give a crap what you do. Like, it's a free country for a reason. You should be able to do what you want within reason. But like, it's just like, oh, toss off, man, do what the, like, oh, me, I make YouTube videos, fuck off, I promote them on my Instagram story. It's like, you can't have a go at me because I'm doing something which I actually enjoy, and you can't suck the joy out of that because you just want to get a reaction out of us. And people who like make like people who attention seek, I'm just gonna say it, I take it as an offence because I have mental health issues, but I don't like bringing it up, but this is the time I have to. So people who attention seek, I think it's like a slap in the face to people who actually do suffer from mental health, and people who actually have reasons to have mental health. Yeah, sometimes it's natural because there's not enough serotonin in the brain, blah 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 blah, but you can't, I would say that it's basically, I didn't want to stay, but basically it's just, I think it's wrong way that you get everything in secondary school seems like, oh, it's a competition to do everything, like you have to be better than this and that, you have to do a certain thing, you have to look a certain way. It's like, and yeah, I do give a crap what people think, because at the end of the day, yeah, I do want to make people like us, but it depends on the type of the people who you actually want to like, because it could be like the most people who think like, oh, the nerdiest person like this could be an absolute freak. No, they just like different things to you, and you can all just suck a dick if you want to, if you think otherwise. Like someone might like bloody let me think, might like snog and cheese graters or something, I don't know, and so it's just like let them do what they want, and it's just, school just fucks with your brain. It's like they play skipping round with, they play skipping with your mental welfare, and to be honest, the people who you hang out with now in secondary school, when you go into college or whatever you do after school, you're probably gonna not see 90% of them ever again, because you'll realise, oh, most of them are wankers and cunts and blah 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 blah. And as soon as you realise that, the better, because you're like, oh, I don't have to. You don't have to prove yourself to people. Like, yeah, I am prone to proving myself. Yeah, I have tried to prove myself to people. I am aware of that, but I tried to prove myself to wrong people. So it's like, sliding no DMs, but people should just mind their own business. But yeah, it's like, they should mind the business to a certain extent. Like, if you see someone having a bad day, you shouldn't be like, oh, he's a freak, he's feeling sad, oh, what's he got to be sad for? You should be like, no, you should go talk to them and say like, oh, you alright, mate, aye? It's like, school is, you think about school as a bloody temporary thing in your life until you move on to better things. And probably, to be honest, I think that most of the people who try to act out, to act cooler, blah blah blah, aren't gonna have a good future in their life. They're just gonna be, will turn out in a note where the people who are seen as nerds and who aren't as popular, keep themselves to themselves, self-contained introverts, they'll probably have a better future, because people will actually realise that you are you instead of you're you because of the people you hang out with. It's like, people shouldn't give an absolute jack who you hang out with. It should be like, people should like you for who you are and not for what you have and who you hang out with. It just shows that people are self-orientated, shallow-minded little freaks, and who don't see the better in people, who just see the materialised objects. And you should be people, like, yeah, you should have people who are funny, but you shouldn't be people who like take the piss and who can't be serious, because there's like there's a fine line of having a joke and a fine line of actually hurting people, which is a load of bullcrap. Like, school's a tiny pedestal in your like 80+ year life. It's like, you have more freedom in your elder life than you do in your younger life. So people who have people who are terrified of what happened to them now, or think they're not going to get any friends in college. To be honest, most people who I know who've left school and went to college have enjoyed college more, because people actually realise that they're not. But people are petty in school, and you don't have to see people 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, just and yeah, you don't have to make friends with everybody because you have to talk to them in lessons and blah blah blah. So it's like, people should actually just mind their own business and fuck off. And people who bullies are bad. I've never had a constant experience with bullies, but we just do it to get reactions and to make them feel better about themselves, and it's just false. People who want to get a reaction out of people are people who will just turn out, people will finally realise that are just wankers, and the sooner people do that, realise that, the better. It's also like when people think, oh, I've have to go into the gym and stuff to impress lasses. Some lasses might like that, I don't know. But I haven't had a lass in secondary school. Hopefully that changes, but I'm a fat cunt, I'll admit it. But I'm happy with the way I am. But I don't feel like I have to change my appearance for anybody, because I want to be who I want to be, not. I know it's sounding like I'm trying to say like I'm better than everyone, but I'm not, no, because I tried to I'm just basically trying to say that school's absolute wank, and everyone should just really keep themselves to a certain extent. Like, no one should be absolute victimised of bullying and blah blah blah, and everyone should actually take into consideration of like what other people feel. And to be honest, all the popular people, I'll speak on my life experience, people wouldn't recognise me people wouldn't give a toss about me if what didn't happen about me in year 7. People wouldn't give a shit of what happened to me in year 7, because people wouldn't. In the first 2 months of year 7, nobody knew my name apart from a handful of people, most of them who I went to primary with. So, and yeah, so don't prove yourself to the people who you know are good. But if you're hanging out with people who act themselves out on purpose just to, like, there's people who in class who act out, try to be the funny guy. It's just they are just trying to hide their insecurities of being shown that, oh, I'm not as smart as this person, but I can cover it up if I act out and show that I'm funny, to show that I don't give a toss. It's like, basically people who try to prove that they're better are just trying to cover up their own insecurities. And to be honest, yeah, I have insecurities, but no, you should forget about that. Don't just hope. Just think of the positive mindset to I know, which is really hard. Trust me, I know. But you just need to hope things will pick up, because school is just a temporary piece of shit in my opinion. So it's like the teachers are just a load of bollocks, because they don't understand what we go through, even though they went through it themselves. But we just don't realise like what we've actually done and what we've actually been through. We just have no we don't have any consideration about the stress they're inflicting on us. But the final thing is, the people who act out either have something. People who take the piss out of people for being different act out because they're trying to hide their insecurities, and everyone should just actually think about what's going on in other people's lives and just actually have some consideration and damn fucking respect of what people want to have private, and don't be a cocky cunt in front of everyone. I hope this actually makes people think about how they treat other people, and people in my school have made me do this video. And if you want to have a go at us, say it as me in person. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe. Bye. I'll probably make some other videos as well like this. Bye.